much, Angie. So lovely to receive Angie's generosity in her words, in her presence, and just accepting the invitation to be here with us today. So we feel supported. We feel supported by you all that decided to come and to create this temporary community so we can reflect and feel together. So we invite you to a pause, to just find a place wherever you are and just take some time to ground, to feel, and to bring the cultivation of this mind and heart qualities. So maybe just allowing the body to do the adjustments and feeling what is needed now. Maybe inviting the bell to be this friend that brings this sound, the vibration of a sound, where the attention can meet sensations in the body, and we can pause and relax together. And gently arriving, allowing the breath to be the way it is. Noticing how the mind arrives. The temperature, the contact of the body with the chair, the ground receiving the feet. And offering some relax to any tension. And just letting any tension melt or smooth, softening. And maybe noticing what is being offered in this moment that brings me some grounding. Maybe the chair, maybe the structure of this house, building. maybe the company of others that pause together. And acknowledging this air that is coming in, coming out, bringing life, that is being offered gently, generously, freely, so vital. And letting the heart open to these gifts that are being offered right now. Gifts that are offered in silence. How does the heart feel and remembers all those gifts of life in this moment? You may be opening the attention to include all the area around this building, maybe a river that is coming down from a mountain, or areas around, other beings living around. Just including so many different lives living together. Noticing the sound again of the bell, inviting pause, relax, opening. Thank you for your practice. And I invite Kat to be with us.
Thank you, Fabiana. since we have quite an intimate group, I wonder if maybe we could include the voice of our community here. Maybe just with your name, where you are, maybe just one word to share how you feel in this moment. So I'm Catarina in Sydney, Australia. I feel excited and I pause. How about you? To hear of your voices and also an opportunity to connect to the land and the place where you are right now. I wonder how often are we attuned to what we are receiving every day in our lives. I wonder when might be the last time you thought about the water that you're drinking every day, be it in the tap or washing with your hands, where it might come from, or the lovely food, vegetables, produce, and all this nutritional food that you put in your tummy. Where do they come from as well? Even if it's from your backyard. And there's this sense of how we often refer to, on the news about what our country is exporting out as resources, or what we're importing into our country and into our shops, what is available there. And the sense of these things, resources, are for us to consumed. But rather there is also a different way of looking at it, which is that, for example, nature offers this freely, the river that offers the clean water, the spring, the fishes, or anything that we use and we share with all the beings in this world. How do we think about this abundance that we receive from nature? And there's another way of thinking about it rather than resources, is that these are living ecological systems. What brings to my mind is that here in Australia and also many places around the world, in the state of Victoria, we have a river called the Yarra River. And recently in 2017, it became a living entity under the protection of laws, where it has a right to be protected. And the sense of regarding this living entity as something precious and that they need to be protected, it's ever important for us to think about when we think about the kind of abuse or neglect of our ecosystem around the world and the kind of result that might have. And so talking about the sense of receiving, I wanted to hand over to Fabiana to continue about this meaning.
Thank you, Kat. It's beautiful. This what you said about the river, and made me think about how the First Nation people in Brazil relate to the rivers. And there is a people called Krenak, and they are the guardians of the river. And they call this river Uatu. Uatu is a grandpa. So the river is not our source, he is grandpa. So grandpa takes care of us, gives us clean water. We know this part of the river is for drinking, the other is for transportation. So we don't, we protect the river. But also grandpa sometimes becomes angry when we pollute Watu. So they have this relationality with nature that is everything is family. And this Krenak people, they call each other with other ethnic groups relatives. So we start seeing how relationality creates a field where whatever the ethics that is the direction of the actions in this community is really connected to care. And there is a word in Pali that I discovered not so many years ago called Katanu Katavedin. Katanuta means like a gratitude for I receive, is recognizing what has been done for our benefit, recognizing a gift. And so Katanu also means, with combination with Katavedin, I am grateful. So because my heart is full of gratefulness, I want to give you back. So this is the meaning, a little bit different from other words as other teachers explained here in the Dana series, the obrigada, that means I have to give you back, and other kinds of words we use. So we can see how this ancient traditions maybe have some wisdom that with all the development we're doing in the world, maybe sometimes we don't have answers for the problems we create, and maybe we are going back to them and asking how are they doing and how can we learn again. So I give back the words to Kat so we can continue and move to the next part.
Yeah, thank you, Fabiana. So I'd like to introduce our first contemplation. And the contemplation, I'd like to invite you to explore how nature and our community, be it our local community where we live, the Sangha, um, the place where we were born, how, or even this land, the city, how has nature and your community been generous with you in your life? And so we'll have 5 minutes, separate speaker, listener. And I would invite the guideline, listening deeply and speak the truth. The listener, offer your presence of receiving and feeling into what is it like for your co-meditator to explore this, and how does it touches you as you listen. And for the speaker, as you speak about and touch into the generosity that you've received. Also feel into that felt sense in the moment as you share. What is touching you right now as you share this? So I wanted to see if there is any questions, and I'll also check with Angie whether the rooms are ready. Okay. So I'll send you off to the breakout rooms, and you will have a separate speaker listener, and then you'll have an open dialogue, but I will share this in the voice podcast. And then you'll come back after the first contemplation for the next contemplation. So enjoy your practice.
To touch more. So maybe this idea of community become less abstract and start becoming embodied in experiences we exchange with the other. And maybe the sense of separation and community becomes more close to the mind and heart. There is a wise woman called Sobonfu Somé. She is from the Dagara culture. And she says something interesting about community. She says, since they are babies in her community in Burkina Faso, they learn that community is there to receive you and to help you to realize the dreams you have, and also you serve the community. So the mother, when is pregnant, normally she has a dream or something that can offer some ideas of what this child wants, what is serving the heart of this child in the community. So they prepare to receive the child, and there is a teacher for arts or teacher for anything the children need to fulfill this dream. And also the way they see community is very strange maybe for us, because if somebody is out of the group or decide to move and stay alone, normally one or two people from community will sit beside this person and just sit beside, don't ask anything. Because if somebody wants to be a part, it's not a personal problem, it's a community problem. What is the community doing that is making this person go apart? So if 3 people are not enough, they bring 8 people and stay together with this person. And so Bufu, she says, there is a longing in the heart for a home. And sometimes the home is not just here, but it's the home is the soul of other people. Especially for people that are not in the physical place they were born and raised. We have to create a home. And the home could be the heart and the spirit of community. So coming back to this idea too of gratitude of what we receive from our land, our culture, people, family, community. How does this touch our heart? Maybe in our life we didn't have so much community, but maybe we had a place where the toys are of every kid. We can get the toy and give it back, like there is a lot of this today in some places. Or the books, where you can leave your book. I don't know if you have this in your country. Here we have it. We share books. Or when we are in a retreat, when we clean the kitchen together, we prepare food. how is it to serve the community, to contribute. So the next contemplation will invite us to touch that. A moment when you had contributed some way to your community, or to nature, or to gift economy, whatever you call. A moment where from your heart there was this response of giving back or offering back something to community. So we have 5 minutes. Each listener just pause, relax, and really open to whatever arises when you listen to the voice of other. And the speaker really waiting where the word will come from, just waiting for the truth that is there to be spoken. No rush. So we invite you to the rooms. If you have any doubt, please. Anybody has any doubt about it? Okay. So I just leave here in the chat if anybody wants to read, and we invite you back to the rooms. The first person that spoke now maybe become the second. We pause, relax, open. Have a good practice.